Hellraiser Revelations, the ninth entry in the franchise, and first without icon Doug Bradley in the role of Pinhead, is the exact kind of movie that makes being a critic fun. It was apparent from the start that very little care was going to be taken in turning out a quality film. According to director Victor Garcia in an exclusive interview with Bloody Disgusting's own Chris Egerton in October of 2010, the movie was incredibly pressed for time with the budget low and the pressure high. In other words, he was told, "We don't care what you come up with, just come up with something." The result is a film that may be seen by some as an insult to the franchise. The visual effects guy, Gary Tunnicliffe, wrote the script for crying out loud, and all he did was copy and paste Clive Barker's original script and made it about teenagers. But of course, in Hollywood, that's an homage. Getting down to the film itself, it's not the biggest tragedy ever put on celluloid. It's not even as bad as some of the movies I've already reviewed for Bloody Disgusting. Terror Trap is way worse, for example. Formulaically speaking, it's pretty average. It plays out like a Hellraiser fan film, and that's fitting because that's pretty much what it is. The entire movie takes place in all of two locations, one designed to look like aspects of Tijuana, and one that's probably the director's house in Beverly Hills. Structurally, it's a disjointed mess that doesn't really even make any sense. Two douchebags decide to take a trip to Tijuana, and lo and behold, Lieutenant Dan just so happens to be there to tease the kids about pleasures greater than they could ever imagine and give them a puzzle box. Oh, and of course he's been watching them for a long time. The question here, though, how's the new Pinhead? And what's with the pseudo-Pinhead or whatever he is? The new Pinhead is awful. Everything he says looks like he's lip-syncing, and his face looks fat. And as a gaming nerd, I couldn't see anything but Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé the entire time. I won't tell you who Pseudo-Pinhead is because it's a huge story spoiler, but he doesn't do anything throughout the entire movie. In fact, no one does much of anything in this whole movie. I will give Victor Garcia credit, though. He made one of the most uncomfortable scenes I've watched in a while without the aid of any effects at all. These two? Brother and sister. Gross. D.